If you're someone who comes over the top of the golf ball, the drill that I'm going to give you today is super simple. You don't need any training aids. It's a very easy feel and you can do it almost immediately, even out on the golf course. So for this video today, I want to focus on the lead arm and what it does in the downswing that is creating an over the top swing. So I see a lot of golfers come over the top because this left arm, when you get to the top of the golf swing, this left arm goes well out towards the golf ball too much. So you can see here that this lead arm has gone well out and away from my body. What I want it to do is I want it to get to the top and I want it to stay close to my chest. You can see how it's a lot more in. I'm going to give you the drill to do that very, very soon. Now, once you get this lead arm to here, you can essentially just turn and deliver that golf club with ease. When your left arm or lead arm is out here, you now have to stand up and really get this arm to cut across your body, which can obviously create an out to in path, a bit of a chicken wing. You're opening that club face up, you're holding everything open, and that's not a really good way to strike the golf ball. So here's how I would have you do the drill. We're going to just get rid of the golf club for a second. We don't need that while we're learning how to do this. I want you to just purely think about this lead arm and the lead arm only. I don't want you to worry about where the club is or what the club face is doing. Let's just learn how to do it with this lead arm. So I want you to imagine you've got a club in your hand, and if we were to get to the top of the golf swing, okay? Now again, most players, or a lot of players who come over the top, their arms go out towards the golf ball, okay? So what I want you to do is get to the top, place your right hand or your trail hand behind the wrist of your lead hand. So we're just going to do it just like that. Now, on the way down, I want you to effectively pull the lead arm across your chest as you rotate in the downswing. And a really good sensation that I like to think of is that my bicep, okay, my big biceps, they're not, my big biceps go into my pec. So I want the bicep and the pec to kind of come together. Whereas a lot of golfers, they get their bicep and their pec to separate off themselves. So what I want to see is you get to the top, you put that hand behind the other hand, essentially, your trail hand behind your lead hand. And as you turn in the downswing, you pull your bicep into your pec as you rotate. So right now I can feel a big squeeze in my bicep and my lead pec. And that's going to be the sensation to get this movement. So we do that again. We go to the top, hand behind, and then I want you to pull into your pec as you're rotating in the downswing. Now, what you'll see from this face-on view is I'm not spinning out. I'm not getting to the top of my swing and then just going this way. Because again, that's what creates this lead arm to go out and away. What I'm doing from face-on is I'm still putting pressure into my lead side. So I'm still going from my trail side to my lead side while my lead arm is going across my chest. So again, from face on, you'll see it here. I get to the top, place my hand behind, I pull my arm into my lead pec, and I'm also moving into my lead side as I do this. And there's my sequencing. Now you can see why I want that golf club out of your hand while you learn this. Now, one other thing, I don't want you getting to the top of your golf swing with the hand behind first. So what I mean by that is I don't want you putting it there early, because what will happen is you could potentially pull your lead arm too far across you. So that's why I like you to get to the top first without pulling your lead arm across, then put your hand behind and pull it across that way. So that's going to be your feel. So you can see here that my body hasn't over-rotated when I've done this. All right, so let's put a club in the hand now and practice this with the club. So we're going to set up to our golf ball, get to the top of our swing, trail hand behind lead hand, and you're going to feel like you pull that lead arm across. Now look what happens to that golf club as a result. No more over the top. Okay, that's the sensation that I'm trying to feel. Up, pull it across, and there's my feel. See how my golf club's coming more from the inside? Now what I can do is I can essentially just turn to deliver that golf club, and I no longer have that big separation that a lot of over-the-top golfers have. Now, once you're used to that with the drill, once you're used to that with your hand behind the other hand, I want you to get to the top. We're not doing the drill now. We're just going to rehearse this sensation without the pulling with the other hand. So I don't want you to do that anymore. I just want you to be able to do it without the other hand pushing or pulling into your chest. So you should be feeling like the bicep moves into the lead pec. And that's what gets that club right there. And then I can go ahead and hit my golf ball. Now, because while I'm learning this movement, I feel like it's going to be a little messy. I'm probably going to hit some bad shots. I'm probably going to have some poor contact. But what I want you to do, just take some tees. If you're practicing outside, do not be afraid to put the ball on a small tee just to make sure that you are impacting that golf ball a little bit easier. Obviously, when we're doing small swings and we're learning, we're not going to get this club through the ground as well as if we're hitting a full swing. So when I'm learning, when I'm doing things slowly, I'm going to put the ball on a tee. I don't have a big enough ego to think that I need to play every ball off the ground. All I'm focusing on here is my lead arm going into my bicep and then being able to turn through the ball. I'm not even looking to see this golf ball come off that well. I don't really care. Would I want to see it kind of drawing a little bit? Sure. But that's not my main focus. My main focus is just that lead arm. So let's hit a couple of shots very, very slowly while my brain is learning to compute this movement. So we get to the top. I'm going to feel like my lead arm gets into my bicep, and then I'm just going to turn from here and hit a shot. So again, I'm not hitting it that hard. It's an 8-iron in my hand. Ball has only gone 50, 60 yards, okay? That's all I'm trying to do. And from there, I would then start to ramp the speed up. So we've got another ball here. Let's ramp up this speed a bit. Instead of pausing, I'm just going to have a continuous movement. So let me kind of rehearse it first. A little bit of a continuous movement, nice slow speed. And you can see that ball flight starting a fraction right of my target, and it has maybe like a yard of draw. That tells me that my path is in to out and my face is ever so slightly close to the path. Perfect if you're someone who comes over the top and has a massive out to in path who's pulling it and slicing it. All right, let's go a little bit faster now. Again, I'm rehearsing. A little bit faster, maybe about 50% speed. There you can see just a beautiful, beautiful golf shot. Nice little draw. But because I started off slow and I created a lot of awareness around that movement, that's why I'm able to do that. I didn't go from hearing the instruction all the way to hitting a full shot and getting frustrated I couldn't do it. Now finally, let's hit a full shot. So again, I'm just going to rehearse and hit a full shot. So again, a nice little start right, little push draw there. Beautiful, beautiful. Really easy way to fix that over the top movement. So there you have it. A nice simple way to fix that over the top by doing something you most likely haven't heard of before. If you have heard of it, comment below. Let me know if you've heard of it. But that's how I would fix an over the top movement for some players.